If you are evaluating cloud-native security platforms, you are likely weighing how to consolidate posture, workload, identity, and Kubernetes protections without losing depth in runtime detection and response. This Uptycs review gives you a practical, fact-dense walkthrough so you can determine whether it fits your security strategy. Let us start with what Uptycs is. Uptycs is a cloud-native application protection platform, or CNAPP, designed to unify cloud security posture management, workload and container protection, identity security, and Kubernetes security in one analytics-driven system. Unlike legacy tools that focus on a single layer, Uptycs correlates signals across AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud accounts, Linux and Windows workloads, containers, and managed Kubernetes services like EKS, AKS, and GKE. The mission is to help you see how small events connect into real attack paths. The core of Uptycs is a telemetry-first architecture. Uptycs collects data from multiple sources, including cloud configuration APIs, workload agents, container runtimes, and Kubernetes control planes. The platform is well known for its deep visibility, built on osquery, and extended kernel-level telemetry, including eBPF-based insights for process, network, and file activity. By normalizing this data into a single analytics layer, analysts can search, pivot, and correlate across hosts, containers, pods, identities, and cloud services in minutes. How does detection work? Uptycs combines correlation rules, behavioral analytics, and selective machine learning to catch anomalies and prioritize risks. For example, a suspicious IAM policy update on a high-privilege role can be linked to the sudden execution of a new binary inside a container and unusual outbound network connections on the node. Instead of isolated alerts, you get a single narrative that shows cause, effect, and scope. This context is crucial for reducing mean time to detect and mean time to respond. Let us break down the major capabilities. First, CSPM. Uptycs continuously evaluates cloud resources against best practices and compliance frameworks like CIS benchmarks, NIST, PCI DSS, SOC 2, and HIPAA. It highlights misconfigurations, public exposures, weak encryption, insecure network paths, and drift over time. Findings can be grouped by cloud account, business unit, or application, and exported to reporting or ticketing systems for remediation tracking. Second, CWPP and container runtime protection. Uptycs provides process and network visibility, allows you to apply rules that detect suspicious executions, monitors lateral movement indicators, and enforces policies that reduce risk. Vulnerability management spans hosts and container images, with registry integration and SBOM analysis to identify high-impact packages. Runtime detections include crypto mining behavior, reverse shells, privilege escalation attempts, and data exfiltration indicators. For Linux-heavy fleets, the combination of osquery and kernel-level insights delivers granular evidence analysts can trust. Third, Kubernetes security. Uptycs covers KSPM to highlight risky cluster configurations, validates RBAC and namespace isolation, watches for changes to high-value resources, and supports admission control workflows to block or flag non-compliant deployments. It detects container drift, suspicious sidecar patterns, and unauthorized mount or capability changes. The platform maps these signals to frameworks like MITRE ATT-ACK for containers to aid investigation. Fourth, identity and access security. Uptycs analyzes cloud identities, roles, policies, and entitlements to spot toxic combinations, unused but powerful permissions, stale service accounts, and lateral movement opportunities. By linking IAM context to runtime activity, the system can expose attack paths that jump from a misconfigured identity to a vulnerable container and into a production database. Risk and prioritization tie these features together. Uptycs calculates risk scores that factor in exploitability, exposure, blast radius, and business context. This helps teams focus on issues that actually matter rather than chasing low-severity noise. Reporting dashboards show trends, compliance status, and remediation progress, suitable for both engineers and executives. Architecture and deployment are straightforward for most organizations. Uptycs is delivered as a SaaS platform. You connect cloud accounts using read-only roles or equivalent permissions to ingest configuration and activity data. For deep workload and container runtime visibility, you deploy lightweight agents to nodes or integrate with your Kubernetes environments. The system scales to large fleets and offers role-based access so platform and security teams can share a common view without stepping on each other. Integrations matter in a CNAPP, and Uptycs provides connectors for SIEM and SOR platforms like Splunk and others. as well as incident and change management tools such as ServiceNow and Jira. Collaboration hooks to Slack or similar systems help move high-priority issues into daily workflows. These integrations reduce swivel chair time and help close the loop from detection to fix. How does Uptycs compare to alternatives? Tools like Wiz and Orca Security are known for strong agentless posture and vulnerability breadth across cloud and containers, and they often emphasize fast time to value with minimal deployment. Prisma Cloud from Palo Alto Networks is a broad platform that spans code to cloud with extensive integrations across the Palo Alto portfolio. Lacework is recognized for anomaly detection and cloud threat analytics. CrowdStrike Falcon Cloud Security focuses on integration with its endpoint pedigree. Uptycs differentiates with deep, queryable telemetry, strong runtime visibility, and explainable detections that SOC teams can validate via SQL-like investigations. The flip side is that achieving the deepest workload coverage typically involves deploying agents, and teams may face a learning curve to fully leverage the hunt and analytics power. Who is an ideal customer? Organizations running Kubernetes at scale, dealing with multi-cloud complexity, or operating hybrid environments will benefit most. If your security operations team values evidence-rich detections, historical search, and customizable rules, Uptycs fits well. If you want purely agentless breadth with minimal runtime depth, consider evaluating it alongside agentless-first vendors to see which approach maps better to your risk model. Common buyer questions include pricing, time to value, and operational overhead. Pricing is generally based on a mix of cloud accounts, workloads, and containers under management. Time to initial value for CSPM is fast once cloud accounts are connected. Runtime depth requires agent deployment planning, but many teams roll this out incrementally, starting with production clusters and critical workloads. Uptycs provides out-of-the-box detections, compliance checks, and dashboards which you can tune over time. A note on AI. Uptycs uses a blend of correlation logic, behavioral analytics, and selective machine learning to prioritize anomalies and reduce alert fatigue. The emphasis is on transparent detections that analysts can verify with raw telemetry rather than opaque models. This approach supports regulated industries that require explainability and auditability. In summary, Uptycs brings together CSPM, CWPP, CIEM, and Kubernetes security on one analytics backbone. Its strengths are deep runtime visibility, queryable data, correlated detections, and practical integrations that speed investigation and remediation. Potential trade-offs include agent deployment for full workload depth and a learning curve to unlock advanced analytics. If your goal is to replace fragmented tools with a unified, evidence-driven CNAPP that supports both security engineers and platform teams, Uptycs deserves a close look. Evaluate it head-to-head with Wiz, Orca, Prisma Cloud, Lacework, and CrowdStrike to clarify fit for your environment. Map your must-have requirements across posture, runtime, identity, compliance, and integration workflows. If deep telemetry and explainable correlated detections rank high on your list, Uptycs will be a strong contender.